You been stressed out? Do you feel stressed? Like, do you really get stressed out? Are there moments when you're like, yo, I'm stressed out? I completely understand. I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel like I've experienced that several times. And then it's weird. There's stress and it's like, is it anxiety? Is it nerves? Is it just a feeling? What is this feeling? Are you scared? I've been talking to a lot of different campuses, speaking to young people, and it blew my mind. I'm looking at, there was these two girls and they were about, I think they were both freshmen. They looked and they're like, girl, I'm so stressed. And I looked over, I was like, hey, sorry to jump in your mix, but what are you stressed about? You're a freshman. What are you stressed about? It's just stressful. It's just so hard. Life is just rough. There's school stuff. Well, there's boys. So there's all these things that they're telling me, and I couldn't really wrap my head. And I was like, hey, look, don't stress. You're too young. None of it is that important. If the boy doesn't like you, get over it. There's other boys here on your campus. If you fail your test, get over it. You're probably gonna have another test in a couple weeks. You're a freshman. It's still early in the game. And when you're a senior, I'm probably gonna tell you the same thing. Don't get stressed. And I saw this amazing conversation with Tony Robbins, and it hit a light bulb for me. One, he made a great point of how stress equals fear. When you get stressed about something, it's really because you're scared of it. Mind blown. I couldn't believe, I was like, yo, that's absolutely true. When I get stressed, it's because there's a fear of something. Fear is terrible. Fear is crippling. But hearing that conversation with Tony Robbins took me back to this other conversation I had with my aunt, who lived to be 99 years old, my Aunty Rika. She spent the last 30, 40 years of her life living in Hawaii. So I got to go out there and visit her. I think she was about 92, 93 at the time. I got to ask her, like, okay, Auntie, you got some type of secret to life. You got to tell me something, like something. How do you do it? And she looked at me and she was like, just don't worry. Don't worry. That's what you got for me? So, I'm like, okay, Auntie, no disrespect. You got to do me better than that. Like, don't worry, I get it, but that's it. So she said, look, let me explain to you what don't worry means. When I say don't worry, I'm not saying life is gonna get any easier. I'm not saying things aren't gonna be hard. What I'm saying is, you don't worry about it. You do it. You gotta do it. If it's a test you gotta deal with and you really don't want to, well, study and prepare and get ready for that test. Whether it's a bill, whether it's something sitting on your head and you know you can't do it in a day, do your best you can that day. This is what she told me that really stood out. Wake up and be grateful. Be grateful for that day. Go into that day, do everything that you've got to do to make it a great day, to help do whatever it is that you've been stressed about, whatever it is sitting on your head. At the end of the day, you wrap it up. That's all you can do. You've chunked away a little bit maybe at that stress or at that bill or at that test, and you've learned a little bit more to prepare for that test. And then you wake up the next day. Be grateful for that day and get back to it. Do the work and it'll knock itself out. Don't stress about it, just do it. And that for me was a mind-blowing conversation, because for the first time I realized why I get stressed. I get stressed because of different things and I'm afraid or I don't know how to do something. Well, don't stress. Stress is terrible. Me personally, I believe stress is a distant cousin, relative, brother, sister, something to cancer, because I've lost different family members from cancer and a good majority of them worry. So if you worry, please stop. I don't know how many times I begged my grandma, stop worrying, Grammy. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just do. It ain't easy. I won't tell you that, but don't worry about it. Just do it. I promise you'll get it done, okay? Comment below. I hope this was helpful for you.